Hello, good evening, and welcome to the Virtual Racers Club. I think they're waiting on me to start qualifying. We're here again for round 4 of the Super GT. Go! And I don't even know what track. We're at Catalunya. So we're going to start this all off with a little 3-lap qualifying. They're going to line up on the grid in the reverse order of the championship. I'm a bit late, look at me. They're waiting on me. So yeah, they'll be lining up reverse of the championship. I'll read you the championship table out whilst they're going round their qualifying, or we'll slip it in somewhere. Like I said, this is a round 4, and yes, they'll be lining up. And it's a 3-lap qualifying. Then there'll be 2 40-minute races. And one of them, they're only allowed to use certain tyres, and the other one, they're only allowed to use certain tyres. We'll work it out. I think this is super softs and mediums, this first race, and I think the second race is mediums and hards. There we go. There's Groot on pole. He only joined last week and took a win straight away on his debutant. So amazing stuff there by the Groot. And Skyjacker missing around last week, so he's dropped down the table. He's in second. These guys, they're all do it on super softs. They qualify on the super softs in the qualifying, and then in the race they choose the 2 different tyre compounds. So 5th on grid is Jim, 6th Cthulhu, Sharen 7th there, Homesick Alien 8th, 9th Guesty. That means Anton Poika must be leading this championship, but we will look at Groot as he pulls away here at Catalunya for another exciting race. The 4th in the season, well, 4th round of the season of the Super GTs. And there we go, Skyjacker already nipping up behind Groot to try and get some action on the go. And Ensign Hewitt 3rd on the grid, holding his own against Bandit, with Jim now. He's 5th, just ahead of Cthulhu. Cthulhu looking for a way by. He's done well in this championship so far. Sharen 7th, Homesick Alien 8th, Guesty 9th. They're all quite evenly matched at the moment. Not much movement happening. Groot hanging it out wide there, but seems to have gained more than lost. And he's doing a superb job at holding that pole position for this 3-lap qualifier. It's quite a long lap here at Catalunya, so it might take a little while for this race to get through. Bandit in 4th. Cthulhu is up ahead of Jim. So Jim and Sharen's going to have a look. Jim's late lunge from Sharen there, made a bit of contact. He's got way out of the way. I think he realises that was a little bit. And now he's had a coming together with Guesty. Sharen not on his best lap at the moment. And Anton Poika right there, ready to leap. Anton Poika, the championship leader. So the championship so far, I know we've got a race going on, but I'll try and slip in and snippets of this championship's table. As Groot goes across the lines, a 2nd ahead of Skyjacker. Skyjacker 2nd ahead of Ensign Hewitt. Ensign Hewitt giving Bandit a tow. Bandit might be in a position to try and get a move done into the first corner. He's late on those brakes, but not quite there. And Ensign Hewitt survives in his Lexus. We're in the Group 2 cars, if I didn't say before. The Group 2 cars for 2 40-minute races in this Super GT Championship. Jim in 6th ahead of Sharen, Anton Poika, Guesty and Homesick seem to have dropped back. I don't know if they've had issues, but they've definitely slipped down the order, whilst Groot's still holding fast at the top. In the chat, Ensign Hewitt saying, "Hi Thingy, hi all, understeer round here is trying to kill me. Plan on a 10 stop strategy tonight." So that's Ensign Hewitt giving us a brief look into. He's doing okay though, isn't he? He's slipping back from Skyjacker, and Cthulhu is catching him slightly. Cthulhu is on a flyer, isn't he? He's got past Jim and Bandit so far. Bandit's car's looking absolutely delicious out there. Jim looking ready to pounce on the Bandit at any moment. Lexus on Lexus action. There's the Nissan of Sharen. Anton Poika in the Honda, the lone Honda out there. Guesty is in a Lexus. He slipped down the order somewhat, and so has Homesick Alien in his Nissan. But it's Groot up there in the Nissan, holding his own up against the Skyjacker as they start their final lap. No change there from the front two. Racer Brown is leading this championship on 86 points. Anton Poiker is second. Oh, Catula going for a move into the first corner, and he pays off for him. The Spaniard gets the move done on Ensign Hewitt, and he is up and into third on the second row of the grid for start of race 1. Ensign Hewitt, though, he's not letting him get away with it too easily. Jim's there under a lot of pressure from Shiren. It's a long lap to deal with the Russian sensation all over you. Anton Poiker in 7th. Shiren's got that move done, it seems, and he's up and into 5th. As Groot's getting wobbly. He's got a very big squirrel going on, coming out of that corner, and Skyjacker might just be able to grab himself a pole here before the end of this race, but Groot seems to have got it all under control at the moment. Catula there, third. Ensign Hewitt slipping back from the Spaniard, and the Russian is heading towards Ensign Hewitt. He better watch himself. Jim clinging onto the back of Shiren, and Anton Poiker, a very fast boy out there at the moment, just holding ground, but he is catching those two. Indeed, we're getting a big bunch of cars from Shiren, Jim, and maybe even Ensign Hewitt as we come back to have a look at Groot come through the last section of this track, the chicane that should never be there. Oh, it used to be glorious, that final corner. Took huge balls. Now it's chicane. And there we go. Groot gets pole position ahead of Skyjacker. Catula gets third on the grid. Great driving from Catula. Really made his way through the traffic. Ensign Hewitt grabs 4th. Shiren 5th. Jim gets 6th. Anton Poiker 7th. Guesty comes home for 8th. Oh, Bandit dropped down quite a bit there for some reason. Guesty gets 8th. Bandit in 9th. And Homesick Alien, not his best qualifying session there indeed, comes across in 10th. But we have heard that Nissan is a little tricky to drive, and that is your grid coming ahead of the, well, they'll all exit out, I believe, yes. And there's Groot off of the back of his win from the last round, takes pole. It's all happening in Groot's world. So they're just going to quickly change the settings. I can go to the race results to show you the grid ahead of the first race, and I'll try and get through the table. So the table, the championship table, because I've not read it to you yet, and I feel, we should start that off. Oh my God, I can't get it zoomed in. Racer Brown then is at the top of that table on 86 points. Anton Poiker is second on 81 points. Haza, who's third, is 79 points. Didn't see him tonight. I hope he's okay. Guesty fourth on 71 points. Homesick Alien fifth on 70 points. Very tight there between Haza, Guesty. Well, it's tight all the way to the top, isn't it? Shiren sixth on 63 points. Catula seventh on 53 points. Jim is 8th on 41 points. Bandit is 9th on 40 points. Ensign Hewitt is 10th on 38 points. Skyjacker is 11th on 32 points. Groot, I hope they haven't started racing, have they? No, because there's the settings change. I got all panicky. Where did I get up to? Skyjacker is 11th on 32 points. Groot is 12th on 23 points. Digital Blasphemy is 13th on 9 points. 14th is Web Smurfer on 8 points. And Bunny 15th on 0 points. Just like Latifi of Williams. So, we've got a minute. We've got to chill. I was rushing for no reason, Mum. How are you all? Hey, it's all been a massive rush. Oh, I think Haza is in the chat. Hang on. It's probably one of them where he is on track, but we can't see him. Let's have a look. Haza, good evening, Thingy. Hi, Haza. I was just worrying about you, my friend, because I didn't see you on track. And so, yes, a minute to go. Groot saying the track is slippy, and we've heard that from Ensign Hewitt also. So this is your grid leading up to a race 1, and it's Groot at the top, pole position, Skyjacker alongside him. That is going to be fascinating. It's a long run to the first corner, and those two are on par with each other, I'd say. Cthulhu, third. He's always nippy. He's always there, ready to grab. Ensign Hewitt is fourth on the grid. Shiren, fifth. Shiren, we've got to watch out for him. He's been very good driving lately. He's been getting himself in some good positions. Jim, sixth. Anton Poiker, seventh. Always a threat, even from seventh. Guesty, eighth. He's a threat. Bandit dropped down to 9th for some reason. We didn't see it. And Homesick Alien 10th. But it looks like Guesty and Homesick may have had coming together, because I saw them apologising. Oh, we've got to go to track, because the final is just about to start. And here we go. Exciting times. Hold on to your bowler hats, ladies and gents. We are in for 40 minutes of pure high-octane Group 2 racing for the Super GT. Go! So we'll get rid of the big numbers because we don't like them. So Group on pole. He's on the super soft. Skyjack has gone for the mediums. Interesting. Catula also on the mediums, and Ensign Newitt going for mediums as well. This green lights group should get a great getaway. He's got a bit of wheel spin. He's got a lot of wheel spin off the start, and that will help Skyjacker. But Skyjacker on those medium tyres might leave himself wide open for Anton Poika. Absolutely shot through that pack, didn't he? Wow, he was 7th. And he's up to 3rd already. He is on the medium tyres as well, so that Honda is an absolute bullet off of the line. Cthulhu losing out to Anton Poika there, and I bet he was surprised. There's Shiren in 5th. Ensign Hewitt lost a bit there, and he's still losing. He's down to 7th. Guessed he's had a good start. He's got himself up into 6th place. It's a long 40-minute race. It's not all won on the first lap. Homesick Alien, Jim has slipped back, and so has the Bandit. Interesting. Groot, clean getaway. He's on them super soft tyres, and he wants to be building up a big chasm between himself and Skyjacker before the pit stops, because Skyjacker will be gunning for him later in this race, as will Anton Poika. Cthulhu on those medium tyres as well. Super softs for Shiren. He's going to want to make short work of this. He's going to want to get through these guys ahead of him. He's going to want to get onto the back of Groot. Jim going for a big move there, and Homesick as well. 3 wide on Ensign Hewitt. And Jim, he comes out on top. Is he? Oh no, he's behind him. Sorry, I thought Jim got the move done then. It was must have been the angle, but they're all still going for it. Jim, Homesick, and Ensign Hewitt 3 wide coming down the straight. It is a beautiful sight. Jim's clinging onto the track. Homesick's in his way. Oh my word! And it's Jim up there, and they've got a yellow flag. Homesick's taken to the track. Oh, it's Skyjacker. Skyjacker has had a moment we haven't seen for a while from him, and now that gives Groot an absolute free open goal. But Anton Poika will keep on in touch with him, and Cthulhu giving Anton Poika something to think. Actually, we've got a lovely little bunch of racing cars here from 2nd all the way down to 5th place, and they're all giving each other a little bit of jip, and it's a beautiful sight. Anton Poika in 2nd, Cthulhu. Now Shiren's going for a move. He's on them softer tyres, remember. And Shiren just wants to get by all of these guys. Right, let's have a quick look and see. So, a great 2nd spot. He has got Anton Poika giving him a bit of pressure from behind. He's hit the sausage curb, survived it, back end over that stupid little white curb. And he is also reminiscing of the good old days when Cataluna had a proper final corner. So that's how Skyjacker went from 2nd to 10th, but he's banging them in. Group, meanwhile, 4.7 seconds ahead of Anton Poika. Cthulhu, Shiren's trying his hardest to get by, and it looks like he's got it now. Oh, Guesty's squirreling out of that corner. Whoa, these cars are driving on ice. And Cthulhu then losing out to Shiren, but Shiren on those super soft tyres, and he wants to make hay while the sun is shining. Anton Poika, though, he's a wall. And Shiren might find it tricky when he comes across the Honda. That corner so awkward in these Group 2 cars. They do not like going that slow around these corners. And now Cthulhu's in trouble from Guesty as he was having a little nip at Shiren. It's all gone a little bit boobs up for Cthulhu there. He's lost out to Guesty. He slipped into the back of his stream though to try and get... Oh, Cthulhu's slinging that Nissan around like it means now to him. And there's Homesick Alien. Good ground made up by Homesick Alien. Up to 6th. He's on the medium tyres, going for a long first run and see what he can gain out of this race. And Jimbo in 7th, keeping with him. And that's all he can do at the moment. Stay with the car ahead. Hold on to the back of him. And Homesick Alien is a very fast person to try and stay with. Then in the chat we've got Koi saying good evening, and Mama Homesick saying evening thingy, come on Homesick. He's going to have a comeback, just like Kim Kardashian. So Groot out there in the lead, and he's done nothing wrong so far, putting every wheel in the right place and making this race hard for the likes of Anton Poika. Shiren just wants to get by. You can see he's on those super soft tyres. He cannot waste any more time in this race. He needs to be freed up and get some of those juicy 38.2 laps in. At the moment, 39.5s from Shiren in his Nissan, and he's caught up behind the medium-clad, tired Anton Poika, the Flying Finn, and he's owning it at the moment. That second place. What a great start from Anton Poika, from 7th on the grid. That Honda is got a boost off the line, my lord. So Shiren then trying to gain on Anton Poika. He's gone out wide there to try and get a better drive into that corner, and it nearly worked for him, but the back end was going to insult him, but he kept her in line, and now he is just chasing that Finn all the way around the long or winding right-hander, and this is great for Guesty. Guesty in the perfect point of view to watch such a cracking little race. Here we go, sat on board with Guesty. He has Catula in his mirrors, but a good 2 seconds behind, so nothing to fear there for Guesty. His targets are mainly set in front of him, and Shiren's race at the moment slightly getting ruined. He's got it. Oh, was there a contact? And Guesty nearly got in there. He's had to lift off. I think there was contact there, and Guesty gained the best out of that. My gosh. Was that frustration from Shiren, or just a little accident? Let's have a look. So Anton Poika making his Honda as difficult as possible to get by for the super soft, tired. Oh, it was a little poke up the butt, a little late break from Shiren there. He's had to give the position back, but meanwhile, Senor Guesty is come through. Thank you, my friends. So Groot, all of this is happening behind him, and he's oblivious to it. He's just flying off into the distance. Guesty now in second place. Anton Poika now slipping down to third with his coming together from Shiren, and that's given Catula great opportunity to close back up to those guys. And I am sure maybe they've only got a good, 3-4 more minutes of actual good running with those super softs, possibly. I'm not sure. Maybe 10 minutes into the race, 12, they start going away. Groups, they're going a little bit, but he's handling it. So then Catula, Homesick Alien, 6th place now for him. I don't know who else has dropped back. Is it just the Skyjacker? Skyjacker and Bandit having themselves a little battle at the back. Skyjacker at the moment just slightly ahead of Bandit. Bandit on those medium tyres. Did a 40.0 last time around. Skyjacker did a 39.0. And Ensenua in 8th. Holding on for dear life in these Group 2 cars. Jim sitting in a solid 7th. Only he's kept with the Alien. That's all you could ask for. He's on the super softs though, but he's going to be on the stronger tyre come the end of the race, I think. I think the ones that started on the super softs, it's good to get race position and then get onto the mediums. I know we've seen the super soft guys catching up later in the race, but their tyres do go away. They go away, and I tend to think the guys that start on the super softs might be in a bit of a stronger position come the end of the race. But it's all about timing that pit stop, and Skyjacker is usually one of the best at that. He's on the mediums, so I think we'll see him out there for a little while yet. But when Skyjacker pits, that is when everyone should shuffle. Obviously Groot and Shiren be the first pit stoppers. I think we'll see 40 minutes. I think their fuel, they have to top up a little bit. It is tight for fuel, so I think they have to give their fuel a little top up. Well, obviously we're only 10 minutes through and they're nearly through quarter of a tank, so they have to fill the tanks right up, sorry. as Shiren, as he lost the best of those tyres, he's not staying with Anton Poika like he was earlier on in this race. It is like those tyres are starting to burn a little bit. 7.4 seconds for Groot. Guesty, we know he loves to stay out late. He loves to hang that car out until there is no tyre left on her whatsoever. Oh dear, Race Brown looked like he had trouble with internet. I thought he was coming. Oh, Haza had to work. That's why we've got no Haza. Sorry, guys. So Guesty, he's trying to catch up with Groot. Groot at 38.5 on his super softs that last time around. I tell you what, he's not too far away, is Guesty, at 38.7. So the times are almost 39.0 for Anton Poika. Shiren, Jim is very close still at this point. Where's Homesick Alien gone then? Homesick Alien, no pit stop. 1:46 from Homesick Alien. He slipped behind Skyjacker. And those Nissans do look like they're a handful today. And Homesick Alien looking to get moved on his former GTMC teammate, the Nissan boys. And that Bandit staking to the back of them, hoping they slow each other down with their racing. Ensign Hewitt now up into 7th. Jim now in 6th. It's looking good. Cthulhu is still in touching distance of Shiren, whose tyres are definitely going away. A 39.0 last time around. Cthulhu, oh, it's a 40.0. 39.6 from Jim. He's not far off the super soft times they're saying now. And yeah, I think those super soft runners, it's going to definitely be on their minds about when to make the stop. The crossover is nearly happening. Oh, whoa! I don't know if that was lag or if Guesty had a moment there, but that car was definitely hanging out somewhat. And Anton Poika chasing him down. Shiren in 4th, Cthulhu in 5th. I feel like I have to keep moving around this, keep shuffling. Groot is making his pit stop now. Is Shiren going to follow suit? He is starting to lose the times the medium runners are getting. This could be the perfect moment. No, Shiren stays out. He thinks he's got more life in that Nissan. So the Lexus now takes the lead, piloted by Guesty. And like I said, he likes to stay out very late. Anton Poika in 2nd place, and this is where strategy plays in. Groot's come out, right there at the back. He's nearly topped right up, and he had fuel issues in his first race. He would have had a win, or similar to a win. He got a win in the 2nd race, but in the first race he had fuel issues. So let's hope everything's tip-top in that pit lane, and his crew has got everything needed sorted that they need to get sorted. Guesty, oh look, I haven't even dropped any of them. Boom. Muck off, says Guesty. As he races around in the lead here, Anton Poika chasing him down. And that is going to be a glorious battle. Pretty soon, I'd say. Shiren, he's really trying to keep that Nissan in a straight line, but I don't think those tyres want to go in a straight line anymore. And you see, this is the thing about timing that pit stop. Like Groot got in there, I don't think Groot has lost much time whatsoever. He was still doing good pit times when he pitted. Whereas now Shiren, if he stays out too long, his lap times are going to drop off the edge of a cliff. They already have, look, 140.5. Cthulhu behind him. Oh, that was 41. That's not a good one to go by. Jim's taking his in. Jim thinks that's the time to change those super softs. And there we see then. So, yeah, well, 38.6 from Guesty, a 39.2 from Anton Poika. Anton Poika, he might be saving that fuel, you know. I think Anton Poika's playing a wily game here. I think he's saving tyres and he's saving fuel. I think he's going to try and get the overtake done in the pits. Because he's staying close enough to Guesty, but he's not coming out of those 39s, 38. Where Guesty's regular in the 38s, going through the fuel. Shiren 40.5, so it's still not a bad lap time, I guess, but it is definitely slower than the medium runners around him. Katula last time around at 41.8. I don't know if he's having tyre issues or it's just a lapse of concentration. Homesick Alien at 40.0. Again, I think he did have an off, so maybe he's backed off a little bit because of the off, and he's only doing 40s, or he's maybe saving a bit of fuel. He's leaving Skyjacker behind. Skyjacker at 42.2 his last time around, a shaky lap. I know he's not overly keen on these Group 2 cars. They are twitchy. You can see they're just twitching. As soon as they try and put the accelerator on, the cars are just having their little fits. So Ensign Newitt, 7th place. He's got Groot now on a fresh set of mediums. Groot's already dispensed of Bandit. And then we've got Jim on a set of super softs. 10 seconds behind. He's going for a two-stopper, is Jim. Interesting stuff. Katula, he's come in. Katula's come in. And he's had enough of those mediums, but we're very early in the race. He's not going to get a set of super softs to go all the way, so I don't know if he's going to go for another set of mediums. And then super softs at the end, who knows? He's gone for medium. No, he was on mediums. He's gone for super softs, but those super softs will not see him to the end of this race. Faux show. And Jim on the another set of super softs. He's got a lovely little race on his hands, look. And that's a big gain from Jim, because he was a little further back from Katula on track. And that little early stop on the super softs has propelled Jim right up to the back of Katula. So when all these other guys pit stop, Jim's going to be right smack bang in the middle of it all the action. Guesty leads still 1.6 seconds ahead of Anton Poika. Cat and mouse playing games here at the front. Cat and mouse between Guesty and Anton Poika, just maintaining pace of each other, managing the car. Their race hasn't started yet. It's coming, but it hasn't started yet. Shiren pushing for all his might. His tyres have given up the will to live, but Shiren, he still pushes on. And again, around, he's not pitting. He's going one stop. He's going to try and get to 20 minutes on those super softs, and it's going to be miraculous. A 40.4 he's maintaining, though. I mean, Anton Poika, they're late 39s. Homesick Alien, he's in the 40s. He is again. So Shiren is not losing time, even though those tyres are badly blistered and hurt. Groot then chasing down Homesick Alien on those fresher mediums. He's managed a 38.8 last time around. Homesick at 40, so it's only a second point two faster than Homesick Alien. He'll be gaining on him anytime soon. Skyjacker in 6th with Ensign Newitt, who has not pitted yet. Ensign Newitt's not pitted, nor has Bandit. Cthulhu has pitted. He's managed to pull away from Jim. Jim was gaining big ground on Cthulhu, though. So when the guys around Cthulhu pit later in the race, that's going to make it very interesting in that little pile there. Like I said, Guesty, I don't think there's any sign of Guesty or Anton Poika making a pit stop anytime soon. They're playing a game of cat and mouse. Shiren, I don't know how long this madness can go on for. I think he's going to try and get halfway in the race, which is going to be close enough at the end of this lap. Well, I don't know, it's only 20 seconds. Still a good couple of minutes away from halfway point. Ideally, if he does want to go halfway, he's going to try and go round again. No, he's not. He's going in. Thank heavens for that. Shiren, I was having palpitations for you. Homesick Alien then was gaining another position. He's got his hands full, though, with Groot closing the gap behind him. And how is Homesick Alien are going to be able to stave off the Groot? On board with Groot at the moment as we chase down Homesick Alien. He's on his back now. Just backed out of that one. Didn't really have anywhere to go. Missed out quite wide, and look at the grip the grip he's got, he's just managed to be able to pull up around the outside of Homesick Alien, but Homesick Alien still maintains the position. Some beautiful close racing here between Groot and Homesick Alien, and it helps the field behind Ensign Newer to close up. How's Ensign Newer in 5th? I'll have a look in a minute. And last time I pulled out, there we go, and that is the move Groot needs to be done. He can't lose time. He's fighting with Guesty and Anton Poyka in all reality in the lead of this race, and now he's up and 15 seconds behind Anton. How much are they losing in a pit stop? About 30 seconds. Groot lost in his pit, so he's 17 seconds behind Guesty. After those guys pit, they're going to be a good 15 seconds. Anton Poyka should be about 15 seconds behind Groot, and Guesty is going to be about 13 seconds behind Groot, but they're going to be on super soft tyres, and they'll be absolutely flying. But like we said in the past, catching is one thing, getting past is another, because you have to use those tyres to catch. Homesick Alien trying to get a little toe at this point in the race. Catula, Ensign Newert's going to dip it into the pits now, halfway point, one stopper. Jim's going to continue on. Jim up into 6th. Look at Bandit go. Bandit, he hasn't pitted yet, but he's up to 7th now. Shuren, after his pit stop, he's put a set of mediums on, and he's going to find it a struggle to catch the likes of Jim and Catula up. They're both on super softs, and I think Jim is pitting again, and I think Catula will pit again as well, because those super softs won't go all the way, even though Shuren tried to do so. And now he's stuck behind a big bunch of people. Skyjacker in 9th. He's recently pitted to put the super softs on lap 11, because he was behind Homesick Alien, so he's made his pit stop, and it looks to me he hasn't fueled up, but it doesn't look like he needs to. No, there should be enough fuel. Ensign Newer out of the pits on the super softs, 8 seconds behind Skyjacker, and it's all balls to the walls, boys, to gain those places. This is where we're looking now. Oh, it looks a little wishy-washy in the front of Guesty's car there. It looks like he was steering a boat rather than a Lexus, but he stayed out. Anton Poyka's come in. Anton Poyka's going to get that one lap on the super softs that could jump him from Guesty. I said Anton Poyka is going to do this one in the pits, and it looks to me like he's going to give that one a good go. And Group moves up into 2nd place. Homesick Alien's in as well. Homesick Alien has come in. That's going to put Catula and Jim up a position. But I thought Jim was on the super softs at the beginning of this race, and he's gone for another set of super softs. Catula went onto the super softs rather early, but they don't look too bad. Maybe the car lighter isn't wearing the tyres out more than we thought, and Shuren isn't really gaining too much, but Shuren right on top of Anton Poyka. Anton Poyka's on the super softs, but Shuren gaining that position from Anton Poyka. And this is stunning stuff. Bandit there in 7th, still yet to pit. Skyjacker's moved up to 8th with Homesick Alien pitting and coming out behind Skyjacker. That lap on the super softs has really helped him out. So Shuren on the medium tyres, Anton Poyka on the super softs. How will this come out? Anton Poyka, car number 1, reigning champion of the Super GTs. It's cracking stuff. This is working out for Guesty, isn't it? This is what Guesty needs. Guesty's going to have to buy Sir Shuren a beer after this, because it's helping him. And Haza thinks that's too early. He thinks that Anton Poyka's gone too early there. He's still racing the Russian. He hasn't got the job done. He has now. And Guesty's into the pits. Oh my word. Has Anton Poyka lost too much time? Sat behind Shuren to get that jump on Guesty. Guesty's yet to get to his box. Groot's now back in the lead of this race. Catula moves up to 2nd, but Catula, we don't, well, maybe he's going to get them super softs to the end. We don't know. He can do. He's used the medium tyre. He doesn't have to pit again. Jim, I think, has to go in and get a set of mediums. Anton Poyka now up into 4th. Guesty comes out ahead of Anton. No, he's behind Anton Poiker. Sorry, Anton Poiker didn't matter about Shiren. He's got the job done. Guesty is behind. Guesty, how did that happen, my friend? Oh, no. Well, there you go. Anton Poiker getting that. I panicked you for nothing. It looked like it was under control for Anton Poiker, who's now trying to get a move done on Jim. Jim, a thorn in his side. He's standing strong. He's got the super softs. He's taking the race in line. He is the car in front. But there you see Anton Poiker with the fresher tyres gets on by down the straight up to third, 6.5 seconds behind Catula, who is going to be on a set of very, very old super softs come the end of this race. And it's Groot he's chasing down. 14 seconds behind Groot. He's on the super softs, Groot's on the mediums. There's about a second difference between the two tyre compound. This is going to be feisty. Jim in 4th place ahead of Guesty. Guesty chasing down Anton Poiker. He will not want to be behind Jim for too long. And we've seen Jim very racy today. Very good craft onto the apexes. Not giving away a single second. Those lap times are pretty much consistent as you like. And Jim, he's having a good race here at Catalunya. We are celebrating that. Guesty, though, getting a tow, and he's seeing Anton Poiker disappear away in the distance. He's going for the move now, heavy onto the brakes, Lexus v Lexus, and Guesty with those sharper tyres comes out on top. And I don't think Jim was going to fight that one too much. He knows his race isn't with Guesty today. Bandit yet to appear. He's been caught up by Shiren on those medium tyres. Bandit's medium tyres are absolutely torn to pieces. But he obviously doesn't want to spend too long on those super softs. Skyjacker, 8th place on the super softs, been caught by the Alien, who has the fastest lap of the race at 36.7. And Homesick Alien now, later in this race, come to life, found himself in 9th place, wants to rectify that. And Ensenua is 10th. He's some 9 seconds off of the Alien in the Lexus. Groot then, Catula, what's going to happen? 13.5 minutes left of this race. And Groot should win. He led the whole first half of the race. He hasn't put a foot wrong so far. And the wise money would be on the Akipak Racing founder, team member. But Groot out there showing a bit of class, eh? And Cthulhu, he can stay on those tyres all the way to the end. I thought he was going to probably get another nippy pit stop in at the end there, but possibly he's fancying trying to stay on those super softs and get but it's too risky. Jim will have to pit again, I believe. I don't think he's used a set of mediums yet, but I'm not sure. Maybe I got it wrong. I misread. But Anton Poiker is catching up Cthulhu. Cthulhu cannot keep that pace up with those tyres. You can see now the front left is absolutely killed itself. So Cthulhu, he's going to have his hands rather full soon with the flying fin. Fighting hard. Guesty, he's got the fastest lap now at 36.5. The fastest lap dropping. Anton Poiker taking a huge bit of dirt there. Oh my God, something's gone wrong in Anton Poiker's car. I don't know what it is. Is it terminal? Oh no. The championship, he's not the championship leader, and he's gone. Oh God. That is such a shame. We've seen that happen to him before. And Groot now, big smile on his face, nothing to stand in his way, apart from Guesty, who did the fastest lap of the race. Jim is in 4th, and I guess he's going to make a pit stop soon. Shiren, he's running all the way to the end. We're missing a beautiful battle here. Homesick's made his way past Skyjacker. Skyjacker coming back. There's Cthulhu to come in for that second stop. I didn't think he was going to try and go all the way to the end of the race on those tyres. It would be madness. And Jim also coming in to use his mandatory medium tyre that he's yet to use here. Homesick Alien's throwing that Nissan across the curbs to try in his aim to stay ahead of Skyjacker, who's gone in. He's gone in to change his tyres. This is crazy street. Groot out there 10 seconds ahead of Guesty. Guesty furiously trying to smash in those pits, those lap times to try and gain on Groot. Groot's doing 39.7s regular, man, and Guesty is 37.5, 36.5. He's flying, but we've seen him before catch him up and burn out those tyres. Sharon comes through as a surprise podium there. I didn't think Sharon would be there. Homesick Alien, who stayed out. Well, he's got no reason to pit, has he? He's up into 4th now. There's Cthulhu, who made that little stop. He's on a set of fresh super softs, though, so watch out, Homesick Alien. Ensign Ewart didn't pit. Will those tyres reach the end? 10 minutes? They could, but they'll be in an atrocious state. Jim put the mediums on. Skyjacker's gone for another set of super softs, and Bandit has made his one and only pit stop of the race on to the super softs, I believe. And this is pretty straightforward for Groot. He is losing a second a lap. We've got 10 minutes to go. And the big question, the burning question out there is, can Guesty catch up? He can see him. I see him. Well, maybe he can't see him. We can see him. They were on the same straight as each other, but sitting in Guesty's car, it is a bit of a struggle to see that. Was he in a Nissan Groot? I can't remember. I'm so good for Anton. I don't know what happened. It's such a shame. He's lost a good bunch of points through bad connections. Guesty is absolutely slinging it. Look at him. He's letting no thing get in his way. No curb, no apex will be untouched. He is slinging that Lexus into every corner. He is qualifying lap after lap right here, trying to close that gap. It's down to 6 seconds already. And he is gaining big gains, big gains. There you saw a flash of Groot going around the corner then. Into the hairpin. Slam on the accelerator. You can see his prey. You can see him. So Groot is going to have his hands full pretty soon, and those mediums are looking pretty used. 8 minutes left of the race, and fuel is quite, I don't know how much fuel will get you to the end. Sharen's got about that much fuel, so it should be right. Homesick and Guesty have both got quite a bit of fuel on board. Ensign Ewart, Cthulhu should be alright. He's just recently pitted, so yeah, a quarter of a tank. Looks like it might get you to the end. So Groot, maybe not too early. He's just under a quarter. Maybe it might be tight. He might have to hang his car. He's sliding his car around. He's not hanging it out. Sliding. It's down to 3 seconds now. And Guesty is driving like he has something to prove. Has he got a win this season yet as our Guesty? Hang on. Let me find the table. I do not believe he has, you know. I believe it's all been Anton Poiker or Racer Brown. Guesty in 4th. No, I think he's had a couple of podiums, but no win as of yet. And this is looking very much like it could be that. Groot then, 2.8 seconds. I mean, it's not over yet. We've still got 7 minutes left of racing, but the way Guesty is handling his car, his Lexus, he is definitely determined to get up with the leader, and he's not burnt his tyres out as much as I thought. Whereas the mediums on Groot have seen better days, it has to be said. Sharon in that 3rd spot, 1 second ahead of the Alien. The Alien Super Softs are a lot more older looking than Sharon. Sharon a 38.8, Homesick Alien a 37.9. And there's still life in those super softs yet. Homesick Alien's going to prove. What a turnaround of a race. He looked like he was nowhere after qualifying, wasn't it? Looked like him and his Nissan were not even close. But he's come alive in this first race. Groot, meantime, 1.3 seconds ahead of Guesty. 6 minutes to go, and that fuel just is getting lower and lower as they go through the race. And Guesty closing the gap ever more. I don't think Group's going to be able to put up any kind of resilience here against Guesty as Guesty closes in on those a lot fresher super soft tyres. And there you go, candy from a baby. And Guesty up and into the lead. Great driving. Group then just clinging on. 5.5 more minutes. Can that fuel last? He's got 21 seconds to Homesick Alien. And Homesick Alien has got the job done on Shiren. I think we saw it. I'm pretty sure we saw it. Cthulhu is in 5th, 13 seconds behind that battle, but he had to go in again to get the super softs. We think he might be able to catch him up. Doing 39s, I mean, 5 minutes is a big ask. Skyjacker flying 37.0. He's only 5 seconds behind Cthulhu. Cthulhu did a 38, so Skyjacker on set to catch up Cthulhu before the end of this race. Bandit, a good 7th spot there, going very late on the mediums. Groot's gone in. He will need a top up of fuel and some fresh tyres. Maybe a bit of a sprint near the end on super softs against Shiren and Homesick Alien. He's 20 seconds, 30 seconds, be 10 seconds behind him, so he should come out ahead of Cthulhu, and he might have the tyres to put up a fight for the Alien and Shiren, who have just moved into 2nd and 3rd, and I bet they cannot believe it. Guesty, meanwhile, he can just trek to the end now. He can just look after his car. And there he goes. He's gone super soft. He's giving it a squirt of fuel. Cthulhu is saying he's ahead of him, but he's not. There you go, Group, 5-6 seconds behind that battle there. Oh my jeez. This could be interesting come the end of this race, my friends. Guesty leads from Homesick Alien, who's on an older set of super softs. Shiren, his mediums are starting to look a bit old also, and Group, brand spanking new super softs right out of the cellophane, and he is on a mission to get that 2nd place at least. I imagine he's thinking, at the very minimum, I want 2nd spot. Cthulhu, he's got Skyjacker tracking him down, but he's doing 38. Skyjacker's doing 36 as his 2nd pass. Oh no, Skyjacker's got the dreaded fuel flash, so he might have had to back off of his run on Cthulhu there. He might not be able to do it. He's only 13 seconds ahead of Bandit. Ensign you at 2.8 seconds behind Bandit on a fresh set of super softs. Bandit could be, well, they're quite fresh as well. Jim there in 9th. He shouldn't be in 9th in fairness, the race he's had today, but it's been a very wacky race with lots of pit stops. So Homesick Alien 22 seconds behind Guesty, 1.4 seconds ahead of Shiren. 3 seconds already, it was 5 seconds. He's gained 2 seconds on Shiren just on his outlap, and we've still got 2 laps to go, haven't we? It's 2 minutes 40 on the clock. They've gone across the line. They're going to get around again and go over the line again. So Group's got 2 laps to get back his 2nd place. Cthulhu then running on, but his fuel's starting to run out, and Skyjacker has come in to give that little top up of fuel, and Bandit's going to move up a position here. My word, this race is up and down and here and there. Bandit inside of his car, local legends, I don't know, it's a game he's promoting or something, personal sponsor. Thought I'd give him a mention. And where's Skyjacker going to come out? Oh my lord. Although pole position for race 2. Sure, that's not the reason why he's made the start, but puts him in a great position. So Guesty then, he's just got to stroll it on home in this final, the next lap's going to be the final lap, sorry. This penultimate lap. Homesick Alien, there we go, there's Groot catching up with Shiren. And he's not messing about. He wants by, he doesn't want to play. And he's going in for the move straight away. He knows he cannot waste no time. He's only got this lap and the next lap to make it count. And Homesick kicked up a bit of dust there. He's okay. Sharen's giving up some resistance to Groot. Groot cannot find a way by. And these two are going tooth to tooth, nail to nail. And it's no quarter has been given. They are hanging it out there. And I don't know if they're going to be keeping the stewards busy. It looks like some serious fun out there at the moment between Sharen and Groot as they cross the line to start their final lap. Groot kicked up a bit of dust. Sharen moved over to try and block. You're not allowed to block, and there we go, and Groot has got the move done. But is it enough to save Homesick Alien? He's got one lap with 4.3 seconds to go, and Groot might not be able to get that second place that he so much wanted. Guesty, meanwhile, leads. Homesick Alien in second, 4 seconds ahead of Groot. Groot's got an absolute huge task to try and complete on this final lap. Can he do it? He's already knocked off half a second from Homesick Alien. Homesick Alien's tyres are in a terrible way, but Homesick Alien's just got to try and drive it to the line. Sharen in fourth. We've got Cthulhu in fifth. We've got Bandit in sixth, but he's got Ensign Hewitt all up in his business, and this battle's going all the way, isn't it? Cthulhu's fuel's quite low. Jim is being caught by Skyjacker, who's getting the fastest lap. He wants the fastest lap of this race as well. Guesty comes around to take that checkered flag for his first win in the Super GTs. Well done, Guesty! Homesick Alien, it looks like he's going to manage it. My God, from near enough, he was the last on the qualifying grid, from last to second in 40 minutes in a Nissan is something to behold. And there he goes, coming up to the line. Groot's still pushing everything he can, and Homesick gets second. Groot gets third. Take a boo, my son. And he gets fastest lap, which we know Skyjacker's going for. Sharen gets a marvellous fourth place. Cthulhu gets himself fifth there. Bandit, is he going to cling on to that sixth? Ensign Hewitt's really battling him for it, but it looks like Bandit might have it all covered off here. It's his to lose, but Ensign's giving it his all, and this is it. They're side by side, but Bandit's got the racing line. Ensign Hewitt's got the inside, but Ensign Hewitt's lost the car, and Bandit goes on fourth to get himself sixth place. And Ensign Hewitt gave it everything in the full beans in that last one. Well done, Ensign in seventh. Jim comes home in eighth. And did Skyjacker get that fastest lap? I don't think he had. I think he was closer to Jim than that. And he crosses the line. Fiddlesticks for Skyjacker. Not a race he'll want to remember, I am sure, but Guesty, he'll want to put that one on the mantelpiece, because that was glorious. And there he is, showing off his trophy and his coral reef, whatever they're called. And I will take you. Oh, as he left, as Anton Poika didn't come back in. Is he done for the night? That's so rubbish. Not Anton Boyko, obviously, but just his internet didn't manage it. So I'll take you to the race results, as I always do. And there we go. Guesty, super win for the VRC driver. Homesick Alien in a fine second place. Who would have funked that? Groot, fuel issues again for the Groot, like last week. And he gets himself a podium, though. Good points. Going to move him up the table. Sharen, solid drive to fourth. Cthulhu, with his extra pit stops, comes home in fifth. Bandit, great drive for sixth. Thought he'd shot his load when he stayed out all that time, but in the end, bagged himself a sixth. Ahead of Ensign Hewitt in seventh. Jim in eighth. And Skyjacker coming home in ninth. Groot got that fastest lap right at the end there, with a 36.554, more points. And let's have a look to see if we've got a start time. 9:55, sounds good to me, a boss. Jim's on track, we're going to join him, you're going to join him, and I'm going to skedaddle. And I'll see you before 8:55, okay? Comprende? All right. cherubs. I like Skyjacker roasting. He gives me longer. I don't feel rushed. I'm not slating Racer Brown or anything, but he's very strict. You don't get very long between races. But Skyjacker, he gives you a full 10 minutes, where I've had like 6 minutes before from Racer Brown. Where is Racer Brown? I can't remember what he said he was doing. I think he's busy for a couple of weeks now. So, they're out practicing. They're on the racing hards. If they thought they were hard to mediums, can imagine. The hards have no grip whatsoever. This is going to be fun for us. It's going to be a ball. So, Sharen's out there. He's on a set of racing hards. It's a good indication of what they're going to start the race on. And Guesty, his set of hards. Ensign Ewart, he looks like he's trying out a set of softs now. With Groot, he's got the hard on. Cthulhu, again with the hard tyres. Jim with soft tyres. Skyjacker with soft tyres. And Homesick Alien, a big, huge, raging hard on for Homesick. I hate it when people try and use the hards and the softs as a rude, funny thing. It's racing. There's no room for that. So, guess he's gone fastest after his win. He'll be starting from the back though, on a set of hards. It's going to be difficult. And Ensign Ewart, got to sort my side out. There's something vibrating. It's doing my head in. Give me 1 sec. I think it's resting. I don't know what it is. So over here, I can hear a vibration. Just moving things out of the way of the television to see if the vibration will go away. Right. I'm getting good vibrations. Yeah. Right then. So let's continue with where we left off. Round 4. Of the Super GT Go series. It's season 3, in fact. And we've had a jolly good race here at Catalunya for the first race. It was rather fun. It doesn't look like Anton Poyker's coming back here. Oh, he's getting error codes as well. I think Racer Brown was moaning about that earlier on. Oh, come on. Come on. Polly Baloney, sort your digital out. What's wrong with you? I know you got a new game to concentrate on, but hey, Metacritic can't be wrong, can it? I feel done out of 70 quid, but you know, the internet says it's good, so it's good. Okay, so we're getting asked if we're ready. Skyjacker's obviously had to move on to GT7 and thought, let's stop this in its tracks. Oh wow, I did that without even thinking. I'll go for it. What the hell? It's confusing, isn't it? I don't know why I did that. My mind was elsewhere. So we've just come back off of a win for Guesty. Groot got himself 3rd. Homesick Alien a surprising 2nd place there from last on the grid. So it can be done with Guesty starting further back, and Groot, but they're at the very far back. So, but Homesick Alien managed to get 2nd. So what's in store for this one? It's interesting stuff. Looks like we've got Skyjacker is opting for a set of softs early doors. Jim might be opting for softs. I think we saw Ensign trying out a set. Tell you so. Oh, thingamajig, what's wrong with you? Bloody hell. God, we always have to be different. Ryan's a knob. We'll just put it that way. Oh. There's more chat in the stream. Let me just get on with that one. And Skyjack says you believe everything you read online. Oh, I tell you, that's why we haven't done a pit stop for ages, because we just know it's going to just break down into let's slag everything off about GT7 for an hour and a half. Okay then, we're waiting for it to be fixed. Fix it, we can pit stop again. So Skyjacker is on pole ahead of Jim and Ensign Ewart. Skyjacker on the softs, Ensign's on the softs. They're all on the softs, aren't they, these front ones? Oh, Jim moved over to defend. I thought he'd lost the back end off the start straight line. But from a standing start, he has lost a bit of ground on Ensign Ewart. Oh, on everyone. Oh, Catula's giving him a little spank as well. Skyjacker, though, clean start, straight into the first corner first. Ensign Ewart second. Catula, Shiren, Bandit are all falling over each other there. Shiren, though, is in third. Catula, fifth, because Bandit's in there. Unbelievable stuff. What is going on down here? This is the hard tyres. Oh, Guesty just died. Guesty, the winner from last race. Can he call a red flag? I'm not sure he will be able to. It is a long race, 40 minutes, and we're watching Guesty. You can see they're all like trying to struggle for space. And Guesty, he's around the outside of Groot there. Gets the move done, it seems. Oh, I think he lost it on the curb. I think he lost it himself. Oh, and then went into Groot, it seems. Not sure, but anyway, sorry, replays earlier on. Skyjacker leads from Ensign Ewart, Shiren in third, Bandit in fourth, Homesick Aliens made his way up into fifth, Jim sixth, Catula is, Catula's dropped down, he was up there, wasn't he? So Catula's dropped down a bit, Guesty in eighth, and Groot behind Guesty for some reason. Maybe Groot has redressed or something, but it looked to me like Guesty had lost it on the curb and fell into Groot, but we'll see. It's a long race, like I said, and Skyjacker is trying to get optimum out of it for the time being. Out there, flying 2 seconds ahead, and in the chat, Koi Cup saying go Skyjacker, and Koi saying you need to do a pit stop ASAP. Love them. Yeah, I know, we're just trying to find the time. Skyjacker's a busy man. Ensign Ewart in second, doing a cracking job. Shiren, top hard driver. Well, hard. He's on the hard tyres. Bandit is also on those hard tyres. Homesick Alien from virtually the back is up into fifth. Jim on the softs. He had an issue, didn't he? I don't know if he just floored it too hard from a standing start, but it looked like he wanted to it was a cracking look. It looked great, but it did cost him time off the start, I'm afraid. But it looked brilliant, Jim, if it's any consolation. Catula, he was up there with Shiren, so I don't know how he slipped back on those hard tyres. Guesty, giving it his all. He had a moment early doors, so it's put him on the back foot, but still, like I said, a long way to go. And Groot also just sitting there biding his time. This race ain't won in the first 3 minutes, I tell thee. As you saw, Guesty took a whole race to take the win. And Skyjacker at the moment doing all he needs to do. Solid driving, good lap times. He's pulling steadily away from Ensign Ewart at the moment. Crossed the line with a 36.8. Ensign Ewart 39.6. Shiren, he's on the hard tyres, so he'll be doing 39.5. Bandit on those hard tyres, 41.3. He's got Homesick Alien bearing down on him at 39.6 from the Alien. But Homesick Alien's got his hands full of Jim, who's on the soft tyre. So Jim will be looking for a way by. There, no, not quite. But he is looking for a chink in Homesick Alien's armour, so he can try and get his Lexus up there and start attacking Bandit, attacking these hard-tired drivers. He could be up there behind Ensign Ewart. He knows he should be. He's just got to get the moves done. It's difficult in these Group 2 cars. They're so fast, and you can get away with braking really late with them, with the aero packages. It makes getting an overtake done a lot more trickier than the Group 4 or Group 3 cars. It has to be said. And at the moment, Jim just trying anything he can against Homesick Alien. And this is playing into the guys behind, Catula, Guesty and Groot, all thereabouts. all on their racing hard tyres. So Jim, and now Homesick Alien catching up Bandit. We've got a three-way battle here. It's sensual. At the moment, Bandit doing what he needs to do to keep hold of his fourth, and Homesick Alien around the outside in the hairpin. My word, my crazy word, that is an overtake and then some. Superb from Homesick Alien. Brilliant move. It's cracking. But that leaves him wide open down this straight for the Bandit to try and get a move in. Homesick Alien's got the inside. Jim's got the move done. Jim up the inside. Sneaky little so-and-so. Cheeky chap. Got the toe. Bandit was looking all up about getting one on the Alien. The Alien moved over to cover his inside. And the Bandit just left that door wide open. I think he was thinking about going around the outside of the Alien, but Bandit, he left the inside door wide open, and Jim didn't need much more than a quick request to come in. So Bandit now, he's lost two. He's not going to be happy about that. He's going to be fighting hard, but he's got Cthulhu, who is no slouch in his Nissan, breathing down his neck. Great stuff. Guesty, race winner from race 1. Is bringing up the rear with Groot. Interesting stuff. So let's check out Skyjacker. 4 seconds. 4 seconds he's got on Ensenua at the moment, and they're both 7.5 seconds ahead of Shiren. That is the perfect start in my book any day of the week. So Skyjacker keeping it solid at the moment. A win on the cards, possibly. Let's not curse this. Let's just not play it up too big of a deal. He's doing all right. He's just driving around is all. We saw some amazing racing from Ensenua, Koikarp, Skyjacker and Homesick Alien in the last stream. I don't usually push the old streams. Usually when I'm done, I'm done. I don't even think about them, but I must say, it is a replay. People don't watch the replays as much as the live streams, but I've got to say, there's some fantastic racing in that last stream. It's well worth a gander. In the first race, Ensenua and Koikarp, an absolute masterclass on clean racing. And then Homesick Alien and Skyjacker gave us their version in the second race. It was glorious. And there were some surprises, some twists in the tail. Got to be worth watching. So Skyjacker then pulling out a fabulous lead on Ensenua, who's also pulling out a great lead on Shiren, and who are going to be the main contenders when we get to 40 minutes of this race. Homesick Alien in 4th. Solid drive from him at the moment. Jim, he's on the soft tyre, but he's holding his own there. He's pulled away from Bandit, and now Groot has somehow got past Guesty and Cthulhu. So Groot now becoming a force to be reckoned with. Fortunately, he's going to keep, I think he obviously didn't see the steward's report because they asked him to change his back wing. Guesty is absolutely fighting that, and it might be worth him doing a couple of 2-stoppers, coming in and getting rid of those hard tyres. What's the point, Guesty? Your Lexus is not enjoying it. Get yourself in, get yourself on some softs, because that back end is going to kill you sooner or later. Although he's right on the tail of Cthulhu, ready to pounce. There goes Groot just ahead. Double overtaken. I went the wrong way, sorry. So there you go, Groot on Bandit. Oh, rubbish. Cthulhu, I guess he didn't get the move done on Cthulhu, but Groot up and into 6th, 2.5 seconds behind Homesick Alien, who's lost a position to Jim. Jim on the move. Come on, Jim. Go on, my son, get in there, you know it. Get your foot down, lad. Shiren, solid 3rd spot, looking very strong at the moment, with Skyjacker and Ensenua out there in the lead, doing a satisfactory job on the racing softs, the pair of them, doing superb. Shiren, Jim, who's just recently got himself ahead of Homesick Alien, 5 seconds shy of Shiren. Shiren did a 40.2 his last time around. Jim at 39.6 If he can pull some more of those out, he'll be upon Shiren in no time. The big question is, when are those soft runners gonna pit? Groot doing a solid job, really. It seemed like he was stuck at the back for a while there, but he's come to life now. Into 6th, Cthulhu. Oh, the Bandit's had a big bad one. Bandit, after doing his fastest lap of the race, has just had a bit of a clanger, and now he's bringing up the rear, while Skyjacker leads. And we've just dropped under the half-hour mark of racing. Cthulhu's gone in. He's getting rid of those hards. He took my advice. Guesty, see? Cthulhu's going to finish ahead of you now because he's doing the wise thing. He's getting a shot of those. I think they have to do a minimum of 5 laps on a set of tyres. So Cthulhu getting away with the minimum running. And Shiren at the moment, he's quite happy. There's no need to change, is there? Seems to be doing well on those hard tyres. Nice regular lap times. He's pulled a little bit away from Jim. I think Jim's lost a bit of time to Shiren this lap, and Homesick Alien is starting to dog Jim somewhat here. Jim steady 39s at the moment on those older sets. Oh, he's pushed it into that corner, and Homesick Alien's moved up into 4th, and Groot's gained 5th. And as Jim tries to get back up to speed, he's got Guesty catching him rather swiftly. And he's going to have some dirt on his tyres for a little bit as Jim. He's going to have to watch himself in the braking zone. And that's just tyre wear, that, I think. Nothing too sinister. Guesty giving him a little love tap, saying, I'm here, lad. Just watch out. I wanted to get through because I'm racing that bloody Groot, you know. He was hard working first race, so I don't want to hang around. So either get up to pace or get out my way, is what Guesty's thinking at the moment. Whoa, Jim's back end. Jim, get yourself in, lad. Get yourself in. Get them tyres off. They're no good. He's sticking with them. Yeah, I mean, they look all right, but that back end of that Lexus is wanting to step away from him. Skyjacker at 9 seconds ahead of Ensign Yu at the moment. Ensign Yu at 8.5 seconds ahead of Shiren. So that's Shiren 17.5 seconds off of the lead of this race on those racing hard tyres. Can you make that time back up later in the race? I imagine Skyjacker's going to try and time his run. So, whoa, Skyjacker might have to. The racing softs might be going off already. We're only 12.5 minutes into the race. We've seen Jim and Skyjacker have big moments, big moments on those soft tyres. And questions, they're going to have to ask questions because the hard tyres, they've not got much pace. Shiren's doing okay with them with 140s. He's just dropped into the 39s as his car gets lighter. Homesick Alien doing 39s regular now on him as his car gets lighter. Groot's into the 39s on those hard tyres. Ooh, someone's kicking up something ahead. I think Shiren knocked a racing board up. So Skyjacker, he's doing a 38.8 last time around. So those tyres haven't dropped just off yet. That wasn't great though, 39. 39.8. Ensign's gone in. He's had enough of them. He says no, they're done. They're done now. So that means he's going to have to do 26 minutes on those hard tyres, or come in, do 5 laps, come back in and get the softs on for the end of the race. That's the way I'd play this one, I reckon. If I was piloting a vehicle around Catalonia, I'd be very tempted. Come in, do the minimum on the hards, get back in again, get the softs back on. We'll see. Groot is ahead of the Alien. He's pulled a move, and I don't know if we'll catch it. We'll try, because it was glorious. Down the straight, out of the last corner. I don't even think he used the toe there. I think he just got a better drive out of the final corner, and just pulled himself ahead of the Alien. Nissan on Nissan action. Love it, boys. Love it. Great stuff. You're filling my racing hole up. So Homesick and Groot having it large out there. Guesty trying to catch him. He's only 3.8 seconds behind. If these two get into a bit of a to-do, Guesty is back in with the action. Ensign Ewart, we saw pit. He's put the hards on. He's back out ahead of Bandit, who started on the hards. Cthulhu, has he pitted? He must have pitted. He did. We saw him pit earlier. He got rid of the hard tyres on lap 6, put the softs on. And Jim, he's also got rid of the softs. He's put the hards on. Now, I think you guys should just get them 5 laps done. And if the car's undrivable, bring it back in, get the softs back on you. We'll sort you out. Skyjacker 20 seconds ahead of Shiren. Who is going to be able to take this fight to Skyjacker at the moment? Group 24 seconds. That's virtually a pit stop behind Skyjacker at the moment, and Homesick Alien 25 seconds also, because he's right on Groot's tail. Beautiful battle there between Groot and Homesick Alien, but Groot is pulling away steadily. He's got the pace. Guesty 3.5 seconds behind him. Did a 39.7 last time round. Homesick a 40.4 and Groot a 39.6. Ensign Ewart on his hard set of tyres now, trying to find a bit of grip out there. I bet it's difficult after being on those racing softs. It probably feels like he's on ice now. Bandit just pulled a 40.9 out of nowhere. He's 8 seconds behind Ensign Ewart, but he's a bit faster than Ensign at the moment. Well, Ensign hasn't actually put a lap in after his out lap. Oh, sliding his Lexus around the corner is Ensign Ewart. Beautiful stuff. Cthulhu, excuse me, with that early pit stop, hasn't made much of an impression so far. He is catching Bandit up, but maybe he's lost too much in that pit stop, because his tyres are going to be old before he catches someone. And there's a Jimbo 20 seconds behind the field. Not well, he's done nothing. Well, he did a 47 before his pit stop, but other than that, great lap time. Skyjacker's in. Skyjacker is in. Shiren's barely pierced those tyres. He's barely cut the surface of them. And Shiren's going to be going for a long time yet. Skyjacker possibly be picking up the hard tyre as Groot goes through as well. And you would figure Homesick and Guesty all gaining, all up in there. Skyjacker, is he going to... He's on the hards. Is he going to get out ahead of Ensign? Ensign coming down the start straight. He gets ahead of Guesty as well, but Guesty and Skyjacker are going to be fighting over the same real estate, but Guesty's in there. Guesty just ahead of Skyjacker, and Skyjacker could have done without that. He's looking one way, he's looking another. He doesn't really want to be stuck behind someone who's on an older set of hard tyres. Skyjacker would want to try get them first couple of laps in there, and Skyjacker's looking up the inside of Guesty, and Guesty's not. Oh, sliding to the outside of the corner. Delicious. Side by side through that corner, ladies and gents, and it was absolutely fantastic. Dabby-dozy. Absolutely. And Guesty still keeps hold of the position ahead of Skyjacker. Super duper. Shiren leads this race at the moment from Groot, and Homesick Alien in third. We're watching the battle for fourth and fifth between Guesty and Skyjacker. Skyjacker was leading the race. He's recently pitted to put on a set of hard tyres. He's come out behind 4 of our sim racers, but they all have yet to pit, and they've all got to put soft tyres on. So that's what Skyjacker's battling with. That's why he doesn't really want to be stuck behind Guesty too much, because he needs to gain ground on these guys ahead of him before they go into the pits. They come out on the faster tyre. He's going to get a good tow down the start straight. And that he's going to try and use to propel him into the first corner. Ahead of Guesty. He's got the inside line. He's on the brakes very late. Wowzers. Is it too late? Guesty coming back up the side of him. And I think it was. I think he may have caught himself out with the brakes there. And the car skidded a little bit. He had to readjust. And that gave Guesty a great opportunity to get back ahead. Beautiful racing, boys. Delicious stuff. So Skyjacker recalibrates and gets ready to go again against the Purple Warrior. That is Guesty. He's looking again is Skyjacker. He really does fancy it in car or with the man himself. Oh, get on those brakes. Beautiful. Oh, I shouldn't say that. I think he listens in delay. I'll be telling him to brake down the straight. Oh my word. So Skyjacker and Guesty are having an absolute tornado of a battle. We've got to have a look around elsewhere as well. We can't just stick with these two, but it is beautiful and it does pain me. But I want to know how Sharen's doing against Groot with Homesick Alien. I think these guys are catching up Homesick Alien. 3.2 seconds behind him is Guesty. Oh, Skyjacker fighting that Nissan. He has openly suggested how much he does not like the Nissan, and manufacturer sticking with him. They're taking it on the chin. But very outspoken Skyjacker been about his Nissan so far this season. And Guesty in the Lexus is going to get burned. Can he do it this time, Skyjacker? Can he brake right? No, Guesty's got it, and Skyjacker thinks better of it. Remembering the last time, I mean. Oh, he's coming back at him in this corner, though, around the outside, using the grip of the newer hard tyres, forcing Guesty to take a shorter line around the corner, and he's getting a good drive. Wowzers. Absolutely. I nearly pressed the button to move on from you two, and Guesty just the back end stepping out on him. And there you go. Skyjacker up and into 4th place. Glorious racing from these two, and it's not over yet because Guesty's got more in store for Skyjacker, but Skyjacker at this point is driving above and beyond. Cracking. Absolutely cracking. Let's have a look how anyone else is doing in this race. Sharen is 3.5 seconds ahead of Groot. His tyres are looking good, fuel's looking cool, everything's fine, nothing to panic about. Sharen's got it all under control. Groot also in a good position there, but they've all got to pit and put the soft tyres on, and then they've got to take the fight to Skyjacker, who's only 2 seconds behind the Alien at the moment. He's all in all only 9 seconds behind Sharen. With a 30-second net pit stop, that'll put him ahead by 20-odd seconds, and they've got to catch him on their racing softs. And there we go, Sharen's in. Sharen is in. Groot takes over the lead. Is that a little early from Sharen? He's going to ask for a lot from them racing soft tyres. Guesty's coming as well, and Homesick. They don't want to be caught out. And Groot might have been caught out on those hard tyres. He will have fresher tyres come the end of the race. But these other guys, they're going to get a whole lap on a tyre that's capable of going at least 2 seconds faster than the tyre he's on at the moment. Skyjacker, only 5 seconds behind, poised for a great place here. Ensign Newitt moves back up into 3rd place. Katula, with that early stop onto the softs, has paid dividends now, and he is up and into 4th place. We've got Bandit in 5th, still on his racing hards. He's going to go for that same strategy as he went in the first race, just won't go very late. And there is Sharen, who's just fresh out of the pits on his racing softs, some 24 seconds behind Groot. So puts him about 19 seconds behind Skyjacker, who will be the leader of the race when Groot decides to pit. And I imagine, well, if I was Groot, I don't know. I mean, he's still got meat on his tyres. He's had issues with fuel. You think he'd want to leave it as late as he possibly could. But there is going to be Sharen, Homesick and Guesty all out there on faster tyres than him. Let's just watch as he goes through. I realise we haven't seen where everyone's fed back into the race. And there he goes. He makes a sensible decision there, in my opinion. And Skyjacker takes over the lead of the race again. Ensign Newitt, great drive. That's going to put him up in 2nd spot. This is working out nicely for Ensign. But he has got Katula 2.7 seconds behind. So Sharen fed out into 5th place, just ahead of Bandit. Homesick Alien came out behind Bandit, but ahead of Guesty somehow. Guesty put in a little bit more fuel than Homesick Alien. Homesick Alien's pit stop 2:12.0, his pit stop lap. Guesty's a 2:12.6. And here we go, Groot's in the pits. Homesick Alien is showing above him, and Guesty, and Groot is out. And has he got it? They're coming down the straight. It looks like Groot stays ahead. It looks like Groot manages the impossible. Homesick Alien heading on in there, fast as hell. But Groot, at the moment, gets track position. Great pit stop by the gang in his pit crew. They did the job. They turned it around. They've got him back out, and he's got plenty of fuel to get to the end of this race. Whoozy. Wowzers, what a race. Bandit then in 5th, Shiren 3rd. Cthulhu, he made that early stop. We think he might have to stop again for softs. Ensign Hewitt could be running to the end. And with Cthulhu out the way, he's just got Shiren to worry about. Oh, come on, Ensign Hewitt. I feel a podium on the cards here. But you've got a lot of cars in the next 15 minutes flying towards you, including Shiren, Groot, Homesick and Guesty. God, I wouldn't want to be in Ensign Hewitt's shoes right now. That is scary thinking. You've just got to keep driving, Ensign. You just got to keep popping in those lap times and hope they have trouble catching up with you. Skyjacker, meanwhile, he's telling Ensign Hewitt to defend like a lion. If they come, you stop them. Cthulhu, he hasn't pitted, he's carrying on. Maybe he's going to try. He's not going to get those softs to last 14.5 minutes. So much of this race to go. It is a delicious Shiren then in 4th. Homesick Alien, Guesty swapping around. No, oh, someone pitted? I don't know. It looked like they were shuffling around, but it seems not. So Groot ahead of Homesick Alien, who's ahead of Guesty. Look at these three. Look at these three, and they're coming up towards Bandit, who's on a very old set of racing hard tyres. And Bandit just hopes that they catch him in a straight, I imagine, in his Lexus. And there we go. Groot makes it up the inside of the ailing Lexus. No, Bandit's still there. He's not giving up the position. And Homesick Alien, a sneaky one on the inside of Groot, as there was some confusion between Bandit and Groot, and Homesick Alien steals that place. Delicious, cracking, superb. Groot in 6th, then Guesty in 7th, and Groot will not take kindly to that. And he'll be chasing down that alien as hard as he possibly can. Skyjacker leads ahead of Ensign Hewitt with Cthulhu in 3rd. Koi Carp sat watching the stream, I imagine. And he held his own with Ensign Hewitt, so look, he sat there thinking, I could get 2nd in this race. So Cthulhu has pitted. We did think, well, I thought, that he was going to pit again, and he has come in. He's not going to put him in a strong position. He's going to come out after these guys, but his tyres are going to be fresher come the end of the race. These three are racing hard, guys. They're racing hard, and they're going to burn their tyres out, and that means it's going to be cracking for us. Homesick Alien defending the spot as Groot has a look around the outside, and that gives Guesty half a look at Groot, and this is intense racing down here for 4th, 5th and 6th as they try and gain on the 1st, 2nd and 3rd. Superb stuff. 10 seconds the alien is from Shiren. Shiren's only 2.7 seconds. He's just got the fastest lap of the race, and he is catching Ensign Hewitt up. Ensign Hewitt solid as a rock in them 40s. He's not messing around. He's keeping it consistent. He's keeping it lovely. He's 8 seconds behind Skyjacker, and the Russian sensation is starting to gain on Ensign Hewitt. And there we have these three battling it out. Homesick, and Guesty's got himself ahead of Groot. Groot's lost another position, and this is not going well for Groot at the moment. And the Lexus, oh, stepping massively out there in front of Groot, and Homesick Alien takes that advantage and runs away with it. And Shiren's pulling away from these guys. Shiren is a clear air, catching up with Ensign, and Ensign, there's nothing he's going to be able to do, is it? A 30, no, that was that 38, no, 40 and a half from Ensign. He's keeping it solid. There's nothing more he can ask from his Lexus as Shiren zeroes in for the kill. And all Ensign Hewitt can hope for is that their soft tyres go away before the end of the race, and he can come back against Shiren. Homesick Alien, 10 seconds. He's ahead of Guesty with Groot there in 6th. Cthulhu is at 7th, whilst Bandit comes in for his very late pit stop with only 10 minutes showing on the clock, 10 and a half minutes showing on the clock. And there's Jim. He's going to get himself ahead of the Bandit in this race, it seems. And Skyjacker 9.5 seconds. Ensign Hewitt now, he's in trouble. We're sat on board with the Russian sensation as he comes across the Lexus of Ensign Hewitt. And Ensign Hewitt is going to cling on to this and live long and prosper as much as he can against the the Russian. And he's up there already. Shiren messing around very little with that move. He's got the job done, and he's ahead on those racing soft tyres. Ensign Hewitt, just all he can do is try and cling on to the back of Shiren and hope Shiren's tyres go away before the end of the race. And Skyjacker 10 seconds now ahead. He's left wide open, but 10 seconds in less than 10 minutes of this race. It's going to be a big ask. What was his lap time? 39.6 from Skyjacker last time around. 39. Someone's pitted Ensign. He's gone in. He's gone in. That was a solid third place from Ensign Hewitt. Has he thrown it away? Homesick Alien, Groot and Guesty all go through. And Groot's back up ahead of Guesty. He's going for a move on Homesick Alien. Homesick Alien is defending with all that he's got. And now these guys are all fighting over a podium position. Cthulhu on his second set of racing softs. And that is the bizarrest thing ever. He's gone back onto a set. Oh, he's done the 5-lap thing, I guess. Don't always listen to me, Ensign. You were still good for a podium, man. I'm worried. I hope you don't blame me for that. Jeez. But the battle for the podium cracks on with Homesick Alien under threat from Groot again. Groot sneaking one up the inside, and it looks like Groot might have got this one to stick. And he's up there in the Nissan. Oh yeah, he's got the move done. Homesick Alien down to fourth, and Guesty is trying to optimise on Homesick Alien on the back foot, but Homesick Alien dusting himself off, going back on the attack. Shiren so far 7.7 seconds. He's pulled 3 seconds in on Skyjacker just on one lap alone. This is cracking. So Skyjacker leads. We've got 8 minutes left of racing. He's got 7 minutes. Oh, Shiren looking wild coming out of the final corner. And Shiren, though, is catching up. But those tyres are looking a little redder. Groot up into a podium position. Cracking stuff. Plenty of fuel. He's got no woes about fuel in this race. Homesick Alien. Maybe he's now possibly got to start worrying about Guesty, who's looking sharp behind him. Then we've got Cthulhu in 6th, Ensign Hewitt out in 7th on those racing soft tyres. And I know I said I'd do a soft, then just put me hards on for 5 laps and then come back in, but I'm not sure now. Now I've seen how it panned out for Ensign. He's got a big job to catch up. They're all on soft tyres ahead of him. I'm not sure it's going to work out for him. Groot's not gaining anything on Shiren, but Shiren, who has the fastest lap of the race so far. And I mean, I don't think Skyjacker's won a race in this series yet this season. And I'll have a look at Shiren. I don't think Shiren has either. So we might have 2 brand new winners, no matter what, out of this race. Let's have a look. Skyjacker, wow, he's quite far down the table. No win from Skyjacker. And Shiren, I don't even know if he's had podiums. So yeah, these two gonna get some good points no matter what, one way or another. And it's gonna be a tough battle. 6 minutes left on the clock. 5 seconds between Skyjacker and Shiren. Groot, Guesty, oh no, what's happened? Homesick Alien's fallen behind Guesty now, and Groot is just disappearing in the distance in his Nissan. And them 3 were having a glorious battle, but now it looks like Groot is just running away from him. Guesty's softs are starting to look a little bit tainted, as are the Aliens. See, Groot's tyres are looking in a lot better state than the 2 that he's leaving behind. So Cthulhu, fresh tyres, 8.4 seconds. Ensign Hewitt also fresh tyres. I don't think they're going to catch those guys ahead. Oh, and I feel I've steered Ensign Hewitt down a path he possibly shouldn't have gone down. Should have stayed out there on those hard tyres. I'm not sure if Groot and Guesty and et al. Would have caught you. They possibly could have done. But they're doing 39s. Groot's doing 37s, but the other two are doing 38s and 39s. And Ensign Hewitt was doing solid 40s. We'll see. We'll see in the debrief how that one turns out. Skyjacker, meanwhile. Oh, Shiren, has he had a big off? What's happened? It's gained. It's Shiren, and now Groot's on the back of Shiren. He was 8 seconds. Shiren must have had an off. Oh, it's them tyres. Look, his tyres are starting to wear. Groot's looked after is a bit better, and Groot looks like he might be able to gain another position here, and I just don't think anyone has got the rubber to catch up Skyjacker. Guesty and the Aliens rubber is already running low. Shiren's looks like he's struggling with them, and maybe there is a twist in this race still to come. Skyjacker 10-second lead now on those racing hard tyres. Smooth running. Ensign Hewitt will be kicking himself. Could have had a podium here. He's going to blame me. So you said go on hard tyres, then go back onto the softs. But at that point in the race, I wouldn't. I don't know. But Shiren's struggling with those racing softs at the moment. Groot, he's got a better handle on them. He's catching up the Russian. Guesty keeping Homesick Alien at bay. So a race winner. And remember, he had that huge off in the first lap. So the Guesty, the Purple Warrior, has done an amazing job in this race to get himself up into 4th spot. Homesick Alien, 5th. Cthulhu. Oh, that fuel's flashing with 3.5 minutes to go. That's not going to last. That's not going to last at all. He should have probably put a bit of fuel in a couple of those pit stops that he's made. Ensign Hewitt, that's good for him. That's a position, possibly. So Ensign, just stick with it. It could be a possible 6th place. And I'm not sure if those guys in the middle there, well, we've only got 3 minutes to go. No one's pitting from now, is there? Shiren is just desperately going to try and fight to stay ahead of Groot. Oh, Cthulhu might have to pit because of fuel. Guesty, his tyres are okay. They're the same as the Aliens. Maybe the Aliens are a little bit better than Guesty's. Cthulhu, he's on fresher tyres, but that fuel is not going to last. Another 2 laps, surely. He's sticking with it, though. Ensign Hewitt. Is he gaining on Cthulhu? He doesn't seem to be gaining on Cthulhu, but if he can stay close enough, then Cthulhu will run out of fuel before the end of the race. Great lap time from Ensign Hewitt there. Bandit in 8th place with Jim in 9th. Skyjacker is doing okay. Shiren, he's less than a second with Groot now. The last time we saw these two on track, it was fireworks. It's out on board Groot's Nissan GTR, chasing down Shiren's Nissan. He's being chased by Guesty's Lexus. I can see a car in the background now. That's not Skyjacker, because if it's Skyjacker, that's ridiculous. 6.6 seconds. So Shiren is gaining on Skyjacker. Skyjacker keeping those nice consistent laps in, 140s every lap. A minute and a half on the clock. So the next lap will be the final lap. Skyjacker's fuel has just started flashing, and everyone's getting a little nervous out there come the end of this race. Skyjacker crosses the line to start his final lap in this, and Shiren, who's having to stave off the approaches of Groot. Groot getting a good tow from Shiren, but their tyres are starting to get a little burnt out now. They won't be having the grip that they thought they had in these corners. We might see some odd mistakes through the tyre wear. And at the moment, Shiren doing all he can to keep Groot behind. Still 40 minutes on the clock. Everyone's going to cross the line to finish the final lap. Groot pushing Shiren. The two red and white Nissans, and now Groot up alongside Shiren, still got that inside line, and these two are racing with absolutely torrid tyres, and Shiren on fumes. He's on absolute fumes. Homescaling's got ahead of Guesty somehow. Guesty's had a big moment. Look at 45 and he's struggling again. Catula on those fresh tyres. Catula, how's he got that fuel to go? Unbelievable stuff. So, Shiren's still ahead of Groot. These two battling hard. And the Homesick Alien slinging it into the corners. He's got no grip on his tyres. Guesty's lost all grip. Catula's got no fuel. It's a beautiful race as Skyjacker brings it into the final sector of this race, round 4 of the Super GT. And Skyjacker takes the win for the first time this series. What a great drive. Shiren, does he manage to keep second? Just about. And Groot, take a boo, my son. Another podium. Homesick Alien comes home in 4th, and Guesty limping home in 5th with no fat on those tyres whatsoever. Catula does get his 6th. With no fuel on board. Ensign Newer, I'm sorry, bud. You might not need to do that pit. Gets 7th with Bandit. Bandit looks like he's pulling over for Jim. Jim's gone through, and Bandit giving Jim a little flash there. A little bit of love on track. Jim brings it home for 8th place. Not happy with those hard tyres. Look at them 44s he was doing on the hard tyres in the end. They didn't work out for him at all. Bandit on those softs. And the two Lexis come around the final corner to conclude round 4 of the Super GTs. Great drive by all involved. Great win for Skyjacker, led from start to flag, pretty much. Great driving, everyone. Brilliant. There he is, the man, the legend, Skyjacker. Didn't get a trophy, though, did he? Eh? What's that about? Tight kits. So we'll go up and have a look at the race results. And wrap this bad boy up for you to get on with your Tuesday evenings. It is Tuesday, yeah, Tuesday evenings. So in the stream chat, we have Skyjacker saying that was nails. Haza saying congratulations, Sky, Shiren, and Groot. Ensign Hewitt saying I needed the fuel, didn't expect the hards to be so good for me. Live and learn on the next one. Koi saying I had faith, Mr. Skyjacker. Ensign Hewitt saying congrats, Skyjacker. That's why Ensign had to pit. He needed fuel. It was nothing to do with my bad advice. Great. So Skyjacker takes a win. Wow. Racer Brown, he's away for one race and it's all changed. No Anton Poika getting points as well. So nothing's going to move up at the top of that. Well, I think Anton Poika will probably get a DNF from the first race. He might get some points. I'm not sure what, though. But, yeah, he'll get points for the first race, for last place. Or whatever, 10th place is. So Anton Poika will be able to close the gap a little bit up to Racer Brown. Then Haase wasn't here, so Guesty in 4th. He's going to make great leaps there up the table, as is Homesick Alien, Shiren as well. And Skyjacker, his championship will start. He's in 11th. He has dropped a round already, though. It's going to be super. So Skyjacker takes the win. Shiren, a beautiful podium. Is that a double podium for Shiren? Didn't he get one before? I'm not sure. No, because Homesick Alien got it, didn't he? Homesick Alien got 2nd and Groot got 3rd last time around, I think. No, Groot pitted. I can't remember. So it was only half hour ago, wasn't it? 40 minutes ago. Skyjacker took the win. Shiren in 2nd. Groot came home on the podium. Homesick Alien got 4th. Guesty in 5th. His tyres were shot at the end. Catula nearly worked for him with his strategy, but fuel held him back. A bit more fuel in that car and he would have gone for it. Ensign Hewitt had to make a last-minute dash for some fuel, which is unfortunate because it was looking like he was definitely in a solid 3rd spot. And I don't know if those super soft boys would have had the tyres in the end to go up against Ensign Hewitt. So 7th for him. Jim in 8th and Bandit came home in 9th. Shiren got the fastest lap on lap 16. with a 136.422. And I've got to say, I've had a lovely time. Thank you very much, everyone. Those that raced, those that joined, those that chatted. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe, because YouTube, they love it. It's what they're about. They wouldn't be able to survive without those likes and subscribes. So go on, do it for a small fledgling internet company just starting out. They don't make their own videos. They expect you to make the videos for them, but they need your hits of likes and subscriptions, or something like that. And what we got? So Thursday, join us if the internet allows us for the Renault Megane Trophy. It's a fantastic little championship. We've had some amazing races there. So join us Thursday for that. Friday, we've got the coming of Season 7. And that's all I'm saying. I'm not telling you what it is. But Friday night's the start of something special for its 7th season. Join us Friday to find out what those bad boys are. And I promise you, we're going to have a good time. Sunday is nothing yet. Watch the space. Another week or so, and Sunday nights are going to be busy. That's what we've got in store for you lucky chaps and chapettes out there. Fantastic stuff. I was your broadcaster and your commentator, Vibrator. Thank you for joining us here at the Virtual Racers Club. I seem to have lost something. I'm looking for something, and I don't know what I've lost. It's my glasses, so I could read the last of the streams. They're not on there, though. Oh, I put them away. Obviously wasn't going to read any more streams out. I don't think there is any. Oh, yeah, there is, sorry. Hey. So, Mama Homesick saying, exciting racing from all. Well done, Skyjacker. Great comms. Thanks, Thingy. Thank you. And Ensign, you're saying, cheers, Thingy. Great comms. I was your broadcaster and commentator, Vibrator. This was the Virtual Racers Club. We are all about the love here at VRC. Join us at our Discord. To get there, go to www.virtualracersclub.co.uk, and there you'll find all the latest updated tables. That's it now. I think we're done. I think Skyjacker wants to close the room so we can go and watch some period drama with his wife. Who? Downton Abbey. No, I think he might have moved on to that Rude one now. I don't know. There's like the women that they're all getting married off. Boddingtons. Broadchurch. Anyway, thank you very much. Peace and love. Peace and